When you're fishing dog biscuits and bread, you usually find 99 times under the fish come from one way. So I'm deliberately under this bush so I know that it's a hideout, so they'll come from the right. So I'm casting in, not in front of me because they'll see you. They come up, remember, they've got eyes. I'm trying to catch them over this direction so they're not like I'm sort of a bit hid. But the other thing is what I'm doing, if you can see that one over there, I'm throwing one in front of mine all the time so that they've got a free one. Yeah, always make sure there's a free one. They're much more likely to have confidence after they've been and got one. Yeah, so make sure yours is, what I'm saying is, don't make yours the first one they come to. Make it the second or third. What you don't want is somebody coming down here with a barra and about 25 tons of equipment on, because it'll ruin your peg. Try and pick a peg out the way where there's not many people walking past. I've deliberately chose a quiet path because I know I'm going to be fishing dog biscuit and bread today.
If you're a fisherman, it's very important to understand the lateral line of a fish. This is a sensory system that runs along the side of the body of all fish species. What the lateral line on a fish does is it detects vibrations, and also this is how they get spooked at the slightest movement you may make on your boat or kayak. They are very aware of their surroundings due to that highly sensitive lateral line.
Fish respond to noise. Again, I want them in front of man, just a bit high, a deliberate splash. Now don't be thinking that you won't need to be out the way from the margins. That's a myth. The big fish actually patrol the margins. It's their home. There's one straight away, look. That is if it's about 18 inches of water, which it is here. They like that kind of depth for feeding and patrolling. There's a scared vibration, i.e. somebody on the bank, something in the water, cormorant, something jumping into the water, that kind of danger vibration. And then there's food vibration. So when you're putting pellets, or in this case dog biscuits in, I'm putting them in regular, partly to feed them, but more to keep the vibration, the food vibration going. That's what draws them in, basically the vibration. Everybody thinks of the anglers stamping about and things like that, stamping on a platform and that kind of vibration. But there's the food vibration. Keep the bell ringing in a literal sense and keep the vibration going. Not keep the food going, keep the vibration going. I've got to put my anti-reverse on, look. That's nearly lost that fish because I forgot to put my anti-reverse on. So how my rod is. So after you strike, keep attention so you might even have to stand up, whatever it takes, but that's from the moment you strike, your rod should have that kind of bending. Now I've reeled down, look. I've still got my 105 degrees or thereabouts. I'll put it low then for some reason. I shouldn't have done. You don't need it to be low, especially on a little tiny venue like this. When you see lads put the rods low like that, it's because it's a long way out and it's usually a deepish lake, and if they're catching on the bottom and they lift the rod up, the fish will go to the bottom. So what they do is they lay the rod low like that, which makes the fish come up to the top so it's not disturbing the swim. That's the reason when you see some lads having the rod low. But if you're on a little venue, if you're beginning and learning, that will come. Just for the moment, just stay with your rod at 105, 110 degrees like that. Yeah, up in the air. Just remember, if it goes to the right, just angle it a bit to the left. If it goes to the left, angle it a little bit to the right. That's all you have to remember, really. Going to the right, look, see the line? You see the line in the shade there? Arc it, put your rod slightly to the left. Not to turn him, just so that it's just so you've got the right tension on the rod at the right angle, that's all. let him take line. If he wants to make a run, you should never stop a fish making a run. If it wants to go on a run, let it. That's why it's so important to have your clutch set right. So let him tire him out. He's a good one. He's putting a nice bend in this beautiful rod. Look. Get this rod down. I don't have that angle flatten out. Don't let it become like 170. Don't let it become 170, 180. You don't have the tension in the rod then, do you? Yeah. When you get the fish's head up, just gently, when they're sort of tired, gently lift the head up. Sort of bring them into the net like this, look. Like that. See, I've lifted his head up and bring. Yeah. It's alright, you can move the net a little bit, but the idea is the fish should be swimming into the net, not net to the fish. But you see, everyone do that wrong. But the reason match anglers sort of scope them up for speed, but he's a lovely fish, isn't he? That's not. Most of them are calm. If they're not calm, just put the net over like that. Calms them down. Yeah, Spanpers are sinking. So we're just going to watch this floater shoot under watch. Moved. Well, you've got to wait for it to shoot under. There. Yeah. That's the great thing about the upside down float rig. It's going all over the place here. Keep your rod as high and out as you can. Worry about reeling after you've got him settled. Right. Well, that's the great thing about the upside down float rig. If your biscuit sinks or your expander pellets sink, ain't a problem. Can be beneficial actually, because the bigger fish sometimes are a bit reluctant to come up, especially, you know, it's bright sunshine, the water's reasonably clear. Yeah. Come on, see if we self-hooks itself. That's the great thing I thought I'd demonstrate there. I didn't even strike. The upside down float hooks them anyway, so you don't have to strike. Tip. An angry one, very angry one. You can see the line better, can you, when the sun's shining towards myself, so it's showing you where you can see. Hopefully it's coming up on camera. I can see it very vivid. He's going to the right, so I've angled my rod to the left. He's coming towards me, so I've lifted my rod up. Yeah, just keep that bend, remember. Let him go, let him go. If he goes near that, he's not quite going to them with the far side. Now if he did, I'd try and turn him, because otherwise I'm going to lose him anyway in the branches. There's probably, no, I'm going to have to turn him here. Now turn him to the right. Just turn him. See how I turn him? I just put the rod to the right and pulled him. Can you not have a fish going to a bank, because there'll be roots there, and he knows that. He'll be trying to get you snagged. Oh, he's gone to the right, so we're going, I'll tilt our rod slightly to the left. Just keeping the pressure on. Notice I haven't reeled in for ages, because he's a big fish and I need to tire him out. Just let him face away from you and tire himself out. What I can do is keep my swim going, because we've only got an hour left. Making a big run here. Going up there now. He's in the middle of the lake, so I'm not panicking. No harm done. Just pull him slightly back. Right, it must be tiring a bit, because I can pull him back. Keep pressure on him. Not too much. You don't keep pulling. There's no point in pulling. You'll just pull the hook out. And that's one of the things that's most common when people lose a fish. They're just pulling it too much. When you come towards us, that's a bit dangerous, because it's easy for the hook to pull out. Must be a decent fish. He's coming towards me. Keep your rod up, up and up and up and up and up. Now he's still coming, so I'm going to stand up. Yeah, I'm actually stood up now, and I'm putting my arm up, even stretching my arm, because that's more important than reeling. Now look, you can see the action more now, what I keep talking about. See how we're going down, same, keeping the same rod angle. I'll come down to me 3.5 foot to see if we can't net him. I have to take my hand further back down. Yeah, so the idea is to get the head out of the water, so but it's like step at a time. So you want the fish coming near the surface, and just wait till they'd sort of do that themselves, usually when they're tired and they've had enough. It's like in MMA, the tap, don't they? In a fish world, they just come to the surface and lie flat. It's like, okay, you got me, you beat me. No, you just ain't ready. So, he's gone over there. Right. Lifted my rod up slightly as he went away. Right, here's my chance, look. You know what I mean? He sort of resigned himself. It's a bit like the MMA when they tap. Okay, you've won. You've got me. Oof, he's a beauty. He is a beauty. Common as well. So as always, get him nicely onto the mat. Covered him. Yeah, covered him. Look. Yeah. Put your anti-reverse on. Put an eye behind there. Remember, put your. Try and keep him covered. Right, I've unhooked him. He's a beauty. I don't know what weight that is, but I don't know weight. I've never weighed him, so I can't help with that. Now this one, gone way down here, went screaming down there, this one. On the way down there. And now he's out there, so I'm going to gently sit down. What I'm going to do, because it's the right perfect time of day, I want to keep me swim feeding, so what I'm going to do, we'll try and do this and hold the rod. Couple of, yeah. Keep your swim going, otherwise if you don't, you'll have to restart your peg. They might have swam off. You know, this time of day they're looking for food. Yeah. So if you can do that, feed while you're playing the fish. Alright, it's important, as I say, to hold your rod right, play the fish right, and if you've got the right angle, the right tension, the right rod, the right line, you shouldn't have no bother feeding as you're playing the fish. You know, you're going to them reed now. So what I'm doing is I'm moving out to the bank, look, so that my rod's further out and I can pull it away, right? I'm pulling it away from the bank, yeah. Although it's a 9-foot rod, look, I've managed it. Just walk to the edge. Don't do it from here. You haven't got you're sort of behind the bank, haven't you? So that's the time. It's just all these little things you learn just over the years. But you know, if you don't know them, that could have lost you a fish. So if someone was inexperienced, he could have gone in them bushes and snapped you. He's not quite ready. Look, what a beautiful reel this is, by the way. To Fox Warrior 3500. Absolutely amazing clutch. Not because it's loud. I mean, it is loud, but that's not why I like it. I like it because it's so linear and so precise, you know. I'm holding the camera with me rod hand. Yes! Don't know if you've seen that on camera. Here's a little beauty. Leather carp. What a lovely little fish, eh? There's some beautiful looking fish in here. Lovely looking fish. And when you put it back, always you should unhook it in the lander net. And in one sort of like gentle turn, go well underneath it so you don't get a fold in the net like that. If you get a fold in the net, it'll flash its tail, and you know, you don't want that ruining your peg, do you? So sort of people forget to lower the net. They sort of like turn it on top of the water. Well, a fish can't get out really. Lower the bloody net. It's common sense, but there you are. Do what I did last time. It's a bit tricky, but I'll try and hold this phone while I net him. And I've got a hand and a phone. gone crazy here. He's not happy. He's not happy here. It's a bit shallow there, I'll have to remember that. This is another good tip actually. Try not to net your fish where it's shallow, because they don't like... They don't like... Oh, he's gone crazy here. He's not happy. Now don't try and lift your rod and land the net at the same time. Put your rod down, get an eye behind the bank stick, put it into anti-reverse, go to the front of the net, lift it gently and pull it back slowly this way. Watch. You won't get a tangle in your reel. Come off a bit, but that's not a tangle. Put the landing net over the fish, it keeps it calm. Don't forget to put your anti-reverse off. Then unhook it. If it starts flapping, just put the net over like that. Unhook it in the landing net and then put it back in the landing net. Yeah, I'll just show you in stop video now. It's a lovely, another lovely fish. Caught Moby Dick down. Where's he going? He's going to bloody London, isn't he? No, I've got to turn him. Turn him, look, against the island. I've got my rod slightly to the left. Keep me 105, 110 degrees and just gently pulling him back. Yeah, he wants to make a run. This is another thing, you must have your clutch set perfect. People talk all day and night about drags, but basically, to make a run, the drag should kick in. Gently, keep your rod high, because this is the most dangerous time for your hook to come out, because he's facing you, yeah? So it's much more, when he's facing away, the hook can't really come out, yeah? But like he is now. But if he's facing you, you could actually pull the hook straight out the front of the mouth on you. So that's dangerous. So don't panic. Just sort of like your best bet is to just keep this tension and hope that he turns around again and tries to swim away, which he did. You're always wanting, when he's trying to swim away from you like that, just let him tire himself out. You don't really, that's the worst case scenario, is a fish swimming towards you. Right, he's facing me. Remember what I said? Keep your rod high. Otherwise you'll pull that hook straight out of its mouth. You want the rod high. So if the rod's high, it's not fit. It's not the right angle to pull it out, is it? Yeah. But if the rod's low, it is, isn't it? Right, we'll see if we can get him into this net. Oh, well done, Tony, if I do say so myself. Right, we've unhooked him. Little beauty, isn't he?